Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Lidya Ratulangi. I will explain about my management accounting assignment. Now I will to tell you about cost behavior. Cost behavior, the mean is how cost change as volume changes. There are three common cost behavior: variable cost, fixed cost, and mixed cost. Relationship of total cost to volume of activity. The main is how a cost will react to changes in the level of business activity. For total variable cost, change when activity changes. For total fixed cost, remain unchanged when activity changes. Total fixed cost. For example, your monthly basic cable bill probably does not change regardless of how much viewing you do. Fixed cost per unit. The mean is the average cost per show decreases as more shows are watched. Total variable cost. Your pay per view portion of the bill is based on how many on-demand movies you watch. Variable cost per unit. The cost per show is constant. For example, 5,000 rupiah per movie watch. That is example for cost behavior. The next is relationship of total cost to volume of activity. Typical variable cost and typical fixed cost. For the first, typical variable cost, there are raw materials, direct labor, factory utilities, sales commissions, and shipping costs. For typical fixed costs, there are real estate taxes, insurance, supervisory, salaries, depreciation, and advertising. Relationship of total cost to volume of activity. This is the different behavior of cost within the relevant range. For variable cost, in total variable cost changes as activity level changes. For per unit, variable cost per unit remains the same over wide ranges of activity. For fixed cost, in total fixed cost remains the same even when the activity level changes. For per unit, fixed cost per unit goes down as activity level goes up. The next is cost equation. This is a mathematical equation for a straight line to predict total cost. And variable cost line can be mathematically expressed. Total variable cost, or Y, is variable cost per unit of activity, or V, X, volume of activity, or X. Total variable cost change in direct proportion to changes in volume. The variable cost per unit of activity remains constant and is the slope of the variable cost line. Total variable cost graphs always begin at the origin. If volume is zero, total variable costs are zero. Total fixed costs stay constant over a wide range of volume. Fixed cost per unit of activity vary inversely with changes in volumes. Fixed cost per unit of activity increases when volume decreases. Fixed cost per unit of activity decreases when volume increases. Total fixed cost graphs are always flat lines with no slope that intersects that y-axis at a level equal to total fixed costs. The next, cost and decisions. Commit fixed costs is the business is locked into these costs because of previous management decision. And discretionary fixed costs are a result of annual management decision. The last is relevant range, defined as the range of activity over which a company expects to operate during a year. Within this range, a straight line relationship usually exists for both variable and fixed costs. This is my explanation about cost behavior. Thank you for your attention. See you in my next video. Thank you. Bye.